welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing fine. So we're here today for a review again, and this is gonna be by something which was so requested by literally everyone. Like, so many of you messaged me on Instagram and on YouTube asking for a review of this palette. Ever since you saw my Tan Beauty, This Is All I Need eyeshadow palettes review and the entire look series with that. So as you guys know, we're going to be talking about the Miss Cosmetics Drama Take On eyeshadow palette, and quickly, without any further ado, let's just jump right into this review. So I've basically split this into a couple of parameters, and under each parameter we're going to have subheadings. So that's going to make it a lot more easier for you to understand, and you can always skip to that part of the review, whichever you're actually looking for, which makes life a lot more easier for you as well as for me. So let's start off. The first parameter that we're going to go through is the basics. So coming to the packaging part of it, like I love it. It's just a very classic white sleek packaging. It is a cardboard packaging and it has a magnetic closure. It has a decently huge mirror to it, which is a big plus point, and I do use this mirror when I do my looks, which is quite helpful. Coming to the quantity parameter, there are 21 shades in this palette and each of them contain 1.9 grams. So in my opinion, that is actually quite a good amount of quantity for an eyeshadow palette. So moving on to the next parameter, which is the formulation. So this is very important, very crucial to any makeup product out there, and we're gonna just jump right into it. So we're gonna start off with the first thing, which is pigmentation. So coming to this palette, I would say it is quite pigmented. Like it's not one of those eyeshadows where you have to dig and you still don't get the colors off. These are like super rich, like the shades have a lot of pigment in them. There's a lot of punch with these colors, which is something I love because you hardly find eyeshadow palettes which work on Indian skin tones. So considering that, I think this is a great one. So moving on to factor number 2, which is the blendability of this palette. So this one blends beautifully. It blends like a dream. So each color, you can actually blend them really well into each other. So that is one amazing thing which I noticed about this palette. So moving on to how these shades layer with each other, they layered beautifully. I did not have any issue layering the colors, except for, like these two shades over here, which is more, one is like a very hot red and one is like a much more maroony type of red. Only with these two shades I had an issue layering the shades, but other than that, the rest of the palette, they are like really well at layering the shades. So next up, we're going to speak about the kickback of like all the shades and the palette. So I would say that there is kickback in some shades, like this one over here and this one over here. I did face a little bit of kickback, but in some shades, like the black ones, I did not have any kickback. Even with the shimmers, like in the shade Flare, I had a bit of kickback. In Milk, I had a bit of kickback. So, it kind of like the kickback is also very inconsistent in the palette, but make sure that you use really soft brushes and you don't directly go into the palette. Just go sideways and you're good to go. The kickback is not too much, but it does exist, which is something I had to put forward. So the another side of the coin, which you guys are wondering about kickback, is definitely the fallout. So there is fallout. There is like the normal fallout which any eyeshadow palette gives you. That same amount is there with this palette, especially mainly because they're all very pigmented and they're all a lot of deeper tones. So if you see, this palette majoritarily has only deeper tones, except for this one over here, which is actually like a highlighting eyeshadow. So other than that, literally everything else is quite deep. So there is a lot of pigment in it, and it does have a bit of fallout. It does sit on top of your skin and you can just dust it off. It's not a big deal. You can do your eyes first, but there is kickback. So make sure you take very less and you use a very tacky base and you press the products in and then start to buff it out. So that way the kickback does reduce and you're good to go. Considering the fact that the formulation is more on the creamy to powdery side, I would say that these pick up really well on the brush. So, I tried it out with a lot of my brushes, high end, mid end, low end, drugstore, whatever. So I tried that entire range of different brushes for all the shades, and they picked up really well, to be honest. Like even the shimmers, I did not have to use my finger for any of the shades, and genuinely I hate using my fingers. Like when I'm doing my makeup, it just gets everywhere. So I really love it when all the shimmers, they just look true to color on your lid, even with brushes. So last but not the least, we're going to speak about the consistency in the formulation. So I would say that there is a bit of inconsistency. It's not a big deal, but there is a bit of inconsistency. Like I said, some of these shades over here have more fallout, and these two shades here are a little more on the patchier side, and you can't really get, like the maximum intensity. And reds are really difficult to formulate. Trust me, reds, purples, they are very difficult for brands to formulate. But like nevertheless, it does have pigment in it, but it just needs a little more extra help and a little more extra effort to put it on top of your lid. So that is considering something. Other than that, this shade here, Flare, was a little difficult for me to use, and I'll tell you why later. So other than that, I felt the consistency of the palette overall was quite good. So another thing that I wanted to mention is that this palette has got no fragrance in it, and usually eyeshadow palettes do not have fragrance in it, but very rarely they do, and I hate it when they do. But this one does not have any fragrance in it, which is a good thing. So moving on to the next parameter, which is the most fun for me to talk about and the most fun for you guys to listen, which is the color story. So coming to the color story, this one has 21 shades, so there's 7 shades in each row, and how they have made it is basically like, it's kind of like an H. So the H part of the shades are all mattes, and the center parts are all basically shimmers. I think in an overall way, it's a quite good balance of the mattes and the shimmers in the palette. So out of the 21 shades, they have 10 shimmers and the rest of them are all mattes. So you do the math and let me know how much was that. So coming to the tone, the palette has said, it kind of give me like a very, a very festive wedding vibe, because all the tones are more on the neutral, pinky, coppery, goldeny, like that family of tones. So I think this would look great across all Indian skin tones. All girls and all guys can use this palette. This would look great on your skin. So that is one amazing thing. And even for the most deepest of the deepest skin tones, this would be great. And being a South Indian, I see a lot of chocolatey, dusky skin tones, and they always find it hard to find an eyeshadow palette for their skin. I would say that this is much more suggested. And like when I was doing the Tan Beauty review, I mentioned that also to be a suggested palette for Indian skin tone. Yes, that is suggested for Indian skin tone, provided you want to do neutral looks and you're more on the lighter to tan skin tone. So if you're like extremely deep and if you want like a palette which just looks bang on your skin, this is the one to go in for. So in the formulation column of the eyeshadow palette, we spoke about all the good, wonderful, awesome things about this palette. So I'm just going to give like a couple of very hard details about this one. So some of these details are literally like, it's just very specific. Even I feel it's too specific, but I just had to put it out. Number one point which I felt was a little bit of a problem to me was the shade here called Flare. And with this shade over here, when you layer it or when you just apply your first layer of it, and I did that after a cut crease, so it was on a tacky base. So imagine doing that without a cut crease on, like just like your normal base with other eyeshadows in it. So it just transfers like crazy. And because it's a very sparkly formulation, only this is sparkly compared to the other shimmers in the palette. So because of that, like, the shimmers look beautiful actually. Like it's basically like a pink sheen with like silver flexes of shimmer, and all that flexes of shimmer just goes and just sticks literally everywhere. It got on my liner, it got on my crease and everywhere. So that was a bit of an irritating bummer for me, and especially with someone with hooded eyes, it was a bit of a mess. So that is something I had to put through. So the number 2 con which I felt when I was using this is the fact that about these 2 reds over here. First thing, like they do not really they look so bright and vibrant in the palette, but when I try to layer them out, they are a little difficult to make it look like the way it looks on the palette. Of course, you do get a red color on your eye, but if you want to layer it on your lid, it's a little difficult to do that. And even with like around 2-3 layers, I had a little bit of patchiness going on, which is something I did not like. So moving on to con number 3, which I felt with this palette, is that I felt that a lot of shimmers were a little too similar in my opinion. Like these 3 are the same color family. They're just like 3 different intensities of the same color family. So these lean more on the rose gold and these 3 lean more on the golden, coppers and bronzes. So when I was using this shade here, Shimmer and Slay, they looked like very similar on my lid. You really can't make the difference out. I felt a lot of colors were very similar, and I felt that some of them could have actually been eliminated and they could have given us a lot more with this palette. Like, like they could have actually had a rosy transition shade, because they have purples over here, and blending purples into a brownie, a brownie transition shade is like, it looks fine. I'm not gonna criticize that, but it would look a little better if they had something a little more on the pinky or nudie side. So the last factor that we're going to talk about before we move to the most fun part, which is the swatches, is definitely the lasting power of this eyeshadow. So I wore this for about like 8 hours straight and I did not have any patchiness going on. So I do have a bit of an oily eyelid, but I use an eyeshadow base, and like the eyeshadows did not they didn't come off, they didn't fade. I did not have that issue even with like all these shades like TBH and Dust, that did not really happen. So this would definitely work really well on brides, and especially like South Indian brides. So I'm a Tamilian, so in our weddings they have the Agni going on, so that's literally like fire. You're literally sitting in front of fire. So for that bride, like, this would be really helpful. Her makeup would actually last. So you're good to go with this palette, and if you're a bridal artist, I would say that you should get this one because that would be really helpful for you. So considering the cost versus the quantity versus the value for money and the usage of the shades and all that stuff, I think this is at a good price for a good quality eyeshadow palette. So when you consider something like a Maybelline palette or any other palette which is not very pigmented, so considering all that and you're paying like around $1,000 for that, I think 3K and getting a palette where all the colors are good and all of them are usable on our skin, I think that's a really good cost. And this would definitely last you along because the colors are very pigmented. So you should try this one out if you're someone who's finding it hard, like to find an eyeshadow which looks like very opaque and which looks very pigmented on your skin. Then this is one that you should try, and especially if you have deeper, duskier skin and you're finding it hard to get an eyeshadow palette which works on you, this one is a must buy. We're almost done with the review and we're going to move on to the fun part, which is the swatches. And I'm going to swatch them row by row. So all of them are going to be finger swatched without any primer or any base, and it's going to be done on the back of my hand. So this is just to demonstrate the colors, the shades of the colors, and not based on the formulation or the pigmentation or the wear time and none of that. It's just for you to understand the colors, and I'm going to be giving you the most beautiful description and the most funniest description for every single shade so you can actually understand what these look like. The first shade is Tea, which is a matte biscuity beige. The second shade is Beat, which is more of a shimmery rose gold and knee champagne tone. The third shade is Slay, which is a foiled deep rose gold. The fourth shade is Milk, which is a foiled pale white gold. The shade Shimmer is a foiled coppery bronze. The shade High Key is a foiled neutral gold. The shade Basic is a matte burnt orange. The shade Dusk is a matte bright orangey red. TBH is a matte toned down red. The shade Wildcard is a bright vivid purple. The shade Hangry is a matte deep purple. The shade Flex is a matte deep berry. The shade Melanin is a very dark, deep, cool tone brown. The shade Block is a matte black. This one is not very opaque and it's more on the greyish black. The shade Snatched is a matte coral shade. The shade Mood is a duochrome shade which has pink and rose gold in it. The shade Goddess is a metallic bronze. The shade Flare is a sparkly petal pink. The shade Vegan is a metallic dirty bronze gold. The shade Bougie is another duochrome which has a blue-brown reflex to it. The shade Leap is a matte chocolate brown. Let me know what were your thoughts. If you have this palette or if you want any looks to be done with this, let me know and give me a big thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon and check out my other videos. And I don't know, wait for my next videos. So thank you so much and bye.